Hey guys, so it looks like there is another Islamic attack. This time it's in Barcelona. Some guy got in a van and drove through a crowd of tourists, pretty much. Ran over something like, killed 13 people, injured something like 100 more. And of those 100, there's like a bunch of them who are critically injured. So there's a good chance that the death toll is going to rise. And this is because of a Muslim. This is because of Islam, okay? If we want to call out terrorism, we should call it by the right name, right? And a lot of people, when that Charlottesville attack happened, they're like, oh, Trump, call out white supremacy by its name. Call out the white supremacist terrorism, right? And they're like, call him out. So he finally does. But the reverse is never true when it's an Islamic attack, right? Like, you don't see... Like, they're killing way more people. Way more people have died. And you don't see a lot of Muslims getting doxxed, right? Or this huge fucking thing the media is going over right now, like just exploding because of that Charlottesville thing. You don't see them reacting the same way when the Orlando attack happened and a Muslim guy killed 50 fucking people, right? They freak out way more when it's a white supremacist does something than when it's a Muslim. And the way you see the media and the way they portray what's going on initially, it's always like van attack. It's a van attack that happened, or they often leave out the names of the suspects, or they just they keep it, they make it so you're not really too sure that it is an Islamic terrorist attack. And if you're kind of not really paying attention to the news, you're just like, oh, another attack. It could be a white supremacist, it could be a Muslim. I don't know, because unless I read the story, I'm not really going to get a good accurate representation of what's going on. If you're just reading the headlines, which a lot of people do, like, you think the world is a lot different than it really is. Especially when they're probably going to call this guy an Asian, right? And they're going to say an Asian man killed these people, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, it was a Muslim man. Enough with this Asian shit, right? Like, I think they do this on purpose, just so we can't call out Muslims or something. They'd be like, it's like, no, let's just call Chinese, actual Asian people, like Orientals, and then the other people will call them like Middle Eastern or something. Like, they're Orientals. These people are fucking Muslims. Let's not mix them together so it gets really confusing, especially when you're writing stories about these attacks. It's never Muslim, it's Asian man, right? And that confuses people. And another ridiculous thing that happened, Wolf Blitzer from CNN came out and he proposed, he's saying that like maybe this guy was inspired by the Charlottesville attack. Right? Like, that's what he actually said. And this is fucking insane, right? Like, just this year alone, more than 100 people have died because of Islamists using vehicles to kill people. London, Nice, all these places, people were getting run over. And now all of a sudden, a Muslim is copycatting a white supremacist. Like, anything they can do to tie something back to Trump and blame Trump, they're going to do it. And it doesn't matter what it's about. If it's on the other side of the planet, has nothing to do with them, they're gonna find a way to tie it to Trump. And it's like, this is gonna lose them support over time. Like, I think there are just regular people who start to notice, right? Who start to notice the propaganda coming from these stations where it's like something that Trump does. They're probably like, yeah, that's a good thing. And then CNN comes out and says, no, it's a bad thing. You should hate this. It's like, oh, well, either you're lying to me or I'm wrong. So either they're just going to listen to what you say and then just start spouting up what you say, or spouting out what you say, or they're going to look into themselves and then you're going to lose a follower or, somebody who reads your news. So continue misrepresenting how things are really going on. This is kind of a good thing, because this will drive away support from a lot of this media. Like, the more people wake up to that fact, and once you lie to somebody once about something like this, or a couple times, once people will give you kind of a pass a lot of the times, but if you do it consistently and there's lots of evidence of it, then you're going to be called out. And eventually people are just going to be like, fuck you, I cannot trust you anymore, right? And it's not like they're necessarily lying, right? What it is a lot of times it's omitting of facts, right? Or it's changing things around to kind of make you perceive something that's not actually going on, right? So, you know, they'll say Asian instead of Muslim. So you're thinking it's an Asian guy doing it for this reason, or a van attack instead of, you know, letting you know that it was a Muslim. So, you know, this is horrible what happened in Barcelona, and this is going to continue to happen until, you know, we realize that it's not vans that are the problem. You know, we can ban all the vans we want. There's one thing, and I don't even think I really need to tell you what it is, but I will anyways, okay? It's a Muslim, right? It's Muslim. So you can ban vehicles, which is never going to happen. Or you can at least reduce the amount of Muslims that are coming into your country. I'm not saying go and kick them all out, and if they've been living there for 2 generations, send them home or whatever. I'm not saying that. Because, you know, once people are there, they're there. And most Muslims are peaceful people. Just like most of the people at the white supremacist rally were probably peaceful too, on average. And I could say that, you know, I'm capable of saying that both groups aren't like completely horrible, right? But it's definitely, you know, the fault of Islam and Muslims is why this happened. But that's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a great day.